Rehrig Pacific made dairy crates, keeping American grocery stores stocked with milk for the last 100 years. And when the COVID-19 pandemic pushed the food supply chain to the brink, the team at Rehrig Pacific realized the importance of their unique skills.
I'm from Atlanta. If they even say there might be snow, people run out and buy gallons of milk and loaves of bread. So I've always kind of like, almost as a joke, been like, hey, that's what people need when there's a crisis. And this last March really like opened my eyes that I was not kidding. We had customers we normally sell 35 truckloads of product to in a year, buying 35 truckloads in a month.
Perishable food producers can't just wait for suppliers to show up with crates or trays. When the food is made, it needs to be packaged and sent, or the entire operation is forced to shut down. That means thousands of gallons of milk and hundreds of loaves of bread wasted.
We were working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to do everything we could to understand the demand and best supply the industries.
Manufacturing facilities had to add production lines overnight and scrambled to expand the workforce.
It went from region to region. Okay, LA can do this for you this next 2-week stretch. Dallas can do this. Atlanta can do this.
And then an urgent call came in from a dairy producer in Pennsylvania. They were short on crates. They needed 10 truckloads.
In the next 3 days, or we're going to run out. And that's not an option. How can you help us?
They would have had to shut down, and that grocery store would have been without milk.
One thing that we have never done, to my knowledge, is shut down a dairy because we cannot supply them with crates. And we were able to creatively move some molds so that we could produce parts and keep up with the demand.
This process repeated in all of Rehrig Pacific's manufacturing sites and touched almost every product line. This was a company-wide call to action.
Operations did more than any team I've ever seen before.
And they put the customer and the consumer first before their own situation. It was incredible to watch their selflessness throughout the whole process.
The dairy crate has become a symbol at Rehrig Pacific, representing the simple concept of transporting items reliably and sustainably as a cornerstone of what the company does. And yet, in recent weeks, it's grown to say something more. A message to everyone in the communities where it faithfully serves in good times and tough. We're going to be okay.
The first grocery store trip that I made, the first 2 things that I went to check on and to make sure it was there were bread and milk. And both of them were stocked to the top of the shelf and the top of the racks. It was validation for me that everything that we were doing was for a reason.